All right, coming in here today. What do you say? Coming in hot. I put the rocker panel on this old truck. Probably just kind of a little behind on my videos because a man got to stop and work every now and then. And I don't know if y'all so crazy about watching them anyway. But I don't mind sharing some secrets with you today. If I can help you, because there's a few out there that might want to know something. When you put a panel in like this, you weld it in. Now, we made these panels, we bent these panels, we pleated them, we put them in place, we even put this rocker panel in place. There was a lot of fabrication involved on this particular deal, so there was a lot of welding done. Now, before you begin to do that finish work, even done some stud welding back there and pulled out some creases in that bedside. But before you begin to do that finish work, now I hear people talk about sealing this with sealer, and so water can't get to your Bondo and all that stuff. Well, I'm going to tell you something. If you don't seal that with something, that sealer won't hold up. That sealer will turn loose if it gets wet. So to me, 80 grit scratches, 36 grit scratches in that metal will hold that Bondo on fine. But there has to be a water seal to take place before you ever start putting that plastic body filler on there. And that water seal is not some epoxy primer. Now this is what we're going to deal with. I've got some Evercoat Body Shop reinforcement jelly. What it is, it's a waterproof barrier. So maybe the weld has a pinhole in it. Maybe there's some way through that weld that moisture's going to come out. Well, anytime you weld anything, you need some, what they used to call it, Dynaglass, mohair, all types of things. I'm not necessarily promoting this, but this is kind of your DIY thing that you would get from AutoZone or O'Reilly's or somewhere like that. And what it is, it's not like the body filler, because this is waterproof. This is the only waterproof barrier you're going to need at this point. That Bondo, there's no water coming through that metal right there. I know we see a lot of videos where they're going in. Well, you got to put the sealer down before you put the finish down, before you put the plastic filler down. You got to scratch that metal so you'll get a bond. That sealer will peel off of that. But that fiberglass in there to fix your water seal right here is going to get you a water tight. Now, there's no water coming through that metal. You need scratches for bonding. You don't need to put Bondo on paint. You need a plane, though, that will last for 40 years, and this one has. Because I'm here to tell you, there's a lot of new procedures that haven't withstood the test of time yet. Well, I'm giving you one today that's going to stand the test of time. Controversy or no. Got a bad knee, so I do a lot of sitting down because I want to continue to do what I'm doing. Now this product I'm introducing to you mixes just like the Bondo. If you do things a certain way, that's all right. I do things a certain way too. And sometimes the introduction of new products is a good thing. Sometimes the introduction to new products is a good thing. Sometimes it's somebody trying to sell you something that you don't need. Now let me turn this camera so we can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to start with this patch panel and those welds. I had a buddy come up while I was using this stuff. He says, what is that? And he really didn't want to know. He just wanted to josh me about it. So I just told him it's Corvette in a can. You don't see no sealer on the back side of that Corvette fender. You see fiberglass. So that's what we're running for. Ain't no good if you don't get your finger in it, I guess. Like a kid with Play-Doh. Main thing is we get a water seal to seal it out. Now that's the total use of that. I worked at a place where every time they used a Bondo spreader, they throw it away and get a new one, which made it obvious that they weren't paying for them. Or nothing conservative about them anyway. I think we shouldn't just waste everything. Kind of an odd little trick I got. I'll take a little container, and generally I would take the bottom of a antifreeze jug or something. Pour a little thinner and cut about that much off the bottom of the jug. But I got my little pan right here that I'm putting them in when I get down to it. Just let the tip of that get wet. If you messed around and didn't wipe it off, you just get your little pan to let them soak in. And that's lacquer thinner. And that's a brand new spreader. But the setup is the whole thing. You get everything set up you're going to use or need before you start. Because all this is kind of time-sensitive material. Anyway, that's how you seal your welds. That's how you prep it. Now You'll also take that right there and sand it and get those 36 grit scratches in it or whatever for your plastic body filler to finish the run. And not no metal sealer or whatever. Let's get you down here where you can see. All right, you watch me spread that in there. I'll I'll sand that rough in and actually use it for some of our leveling procedure. Then I'll block it on in. That's how you seal a weld. Hey, this is Jimmy. Good day. Thank you for listening. Subscribe and like. Have a good day. God bless you.